Hello everybody, this is Victor Santana of Stock Hunters for December 3rd, 2013. Here we're looking at the daily chart of the S&P 500 represented by the SPY ETF fund here. And as you can see, we have gotten a down day today right here. So we've had 3 consecutive down days the last few days this week. And the good thing is we're still above the 100-day moving average here, represented in the red. So the trend is still technically up. And what we're going to do is look at the RSI 3-day. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to look for entry points in terms of after a pullback. So what I'm meaning is if you look back here, we had a pullback under the red, which is the 30 line. And once it pulls back here, we have a setup, meaning that we will now watch this and look for a trigger, which would be the green line at the 70. Once it's able to close above the 70, then we'll go ahead and put a buy order if it's able to break the next day's or the last day's high. For example, let me show you an example here. So if you'd see here where it broke above the green line on this big red candle, we put an order slightly above it, and the next day it rallied, so triggering us into the momentum, and we put our stop below the last swing low, which would be right here, and we'd still be in this trade. So that's basically how we're going to be using the RSI 3 in this type of environment for now. So let's take a quick look at the other indices and go from there. So on the SPY, we could see we've got the dip below 30. So we have a setup. So we're just going to watch this and wait for the momentum to resume back to the upside before considering jumping into this market. Now let's look at the Nasdaq, which is represented by the QQQ. And in this case here, it is still significantly way above the 30 right here, so we don't have a strong enough pullback to look for a safe level to consider getting in. As in this case here, we had a setup and we waited until it closed above the green line, which is a 70. And if you follow this up, it would be here. Put a buy order right above it, and we'd still be in this trade. So the Qs is still going strong. So we'll just skip that and look for the next one. Let's look at the Russells, IWM. And in the case of the Russells, we've had 3 days pullback. We're still above the 100-day moving average. And if you look here, we've just tagged the 30 line here. So technically, we have a setup, meaning that we're going to watch this and see if we can find an entry once it can resume the momentum to get back to the 70 mark. So we have a setup here. Now, uh, let's look at Twitter. We've been watching that to look for an entry. And if you look here on the RSI, it's not showing any signals here. I guess it's a relatively new in the trading platform. The Ninja Trader is not able to calculate anything for whatever reason. But looking at the stockcharts.com, you could see that it did tag under 30 and now trying to get the momentum to go up to the 70 to look for an entry. So we're going to just watch this, and once it gets in or have a potential trigger, we'll go ahead and put our orders in. Okay, now let's look at an actual trade that did develop, PGJ, which is an ETF for the China portfolio. And here an entry got triggered in on 12/3, which is today, right over here. And we're going to go long 29.58, and we're going to put a stop at 28.10, which is a 5% risk, which is represented by this black line here. So we got a 5% risk here. As you could see, the red line is the 100-day moving average, and it has a nice up slope, so that's a good trend. And the RSI, it did go above the 70, which was yesterday, and we got triggered in today, and did pull back slightly today, but not enough to cause any worries at this point. So we'll just keep an eye on this and see where it goes. Just to see where it can go to, we could put a line. This is a potential target right up here. We also have this also. So this could be our first target. This is our second target. So we'll just keep a watch on that and go from there. And looking at my other watch list here, we have three potentials coming up here. Let's look at those three real quickly. CAH, and as you can see right here at the indicator, it has traded under the 30. So we got the setup. Now we're looking for the trigger to go up to the 70 range, and it is above the 100 moving average. So we're going to keep an eye on this. And let me just change my cursor to the pointer. And next one here is X, and X on the indicator, you can see it dipped well below the 30, tried to bounce up, couldn't make it to the 70, pulled back, and now it's back under the 30 and it's bouncing back up. The good thing here, we see a low and a higher low, while price action is about the same. So we have a potential divergence, which increases our odds of this going higher. So as soon as this can get to the 70, we definitely would consider this as a start of an entry for investing or a short-term swing trade, however you want to play it. And now let's look at the last one, ACXM. And if you look at the indicator, we got that set up. We're looking for a trigger now to the green line. We are nicely above the 100-day moving average, so we'll just keep an eye on that. All right, so it's pretty much that simple. We do have several other high quality stocks in terms of momentum relative to the market developing, but they're all still in their setup stages, meaning that they're down here in the red. So as soon as the indicator starts pointing upward, then I will bring those up to you guys, and we'll review each one of those. All right. Until then, take care and happy trading.